Welcome back to the portfolio, everyone. Today we have some huge news coming from Tesla, one of the most innovative companies out there in the world right now. This company gets talked about all the time, and today we're going over some of the major news headlines from Tesla. And of course, there's some big things we have to talk about, is the fact that they may be joining the S&P 500 very soon. Tesla saw huge intraday share volatility today. They reached a new all-time high, very close to $1,800 a share. And with that new all-time high, Elon Musk actually passed Warren Buffett on the billionaires list, becoming the 7th wealthiest person in the world right now. And of course, there's a bunch of other headlines we're going to break down today. I am the Gen Z investor, and every single day I come up with new videos to talk about the stock market, overall stock market performance, and any big new stocks you can buy and add to your portfolio. So if you like talking about the stock market and like learning about the stock market, please hit that like button and subscribe. I post every single day, and we're going to jump right into the big news coming out of Tesla. So this article right here from Forbes talks about how Tesla is actually on the verge of joining the S&P 500, and this could lead the share price to skyrocket past $2,000, $25,000 to maybe even $3,000 a share. So you take a look how Tesla is about to come out with their financial statements on July 22nd, and if they are able to post their 4th consecutive quarter of profitability, they may be eligible to become part of the S&P 500. So of course, if they're able to do that, that will lead to insane share price appreciation, and that's what people are speculating right now. And some of that potential growth is actually being priced into the shares right now, which is why we saw some insane volatility on the one-day chart. If we take a quick peek at how the shares performed today, you can see they saw a huge run up at the start of the day, reaching an all-time high at very close to $1,800. You can see on the 52-week range, we actually hit today at around $1,794 a share. But over as the day progressed, share price declined. There was a little bit of a sell-off, and the shares actually closed down 3% on the one-day chart, even though they saw a huge gain all the way up to very close to $1,800. They actually closed the day with a market cap at around $286 billion, so Tesla is still valued insanely high right now. If we go back to this article from Forbes, it talks about how if they are able to post their 4th consecutive quarter of profitability, they will be eligible for the S&P 500. And that comes out on July 22nd. So I'm sure leading up to that date, there'll be extreme volatility with the share price. People may be pricing in the fact that they may be able to join the S&P 500. There may be a sell-off if people believe that they aren't going to join the S&P 500. But what is kind of leading some positivity towards them actually making profitability over this last quarter was because they actually beat on estimates with regard to deliveries. So in Q2, Tesla delivered over 90,000 vehicles, which actually beat all Wall Street expectations. So during Q2 of this year, we of course saw the economic shutdown. We saw a lot of companies completely shut down. People weren't working as much, but Tesla was actually able to beat all that, overcome, and deliver more vehicles than people expected. So the average Wall Street analyst had between 60 and 70,000 for vehicle deliveries in Q2. But of course, we see how the Tesla actually delivered over 90,000 vehicles in Q2, beating all expectations by over 25%. So very interesting to see how Tesla was able to continue to deliver vehicles even during an economic shutdown and maintain operations very nicely. So this big beat on deliveries is one of the reasons why people are actually positively viewing Tesla right now and truly believe that it may become part of the S&P 500, which of course could see a huge share price growth, could allow the company to continue to grow long into the future, and the share price could really pass the all-time high we saw today at around $1,800, and Tesla may see that $2,000 milestone. They may see the $2,500 or the $3,000 milestone very soon. Of course, if we jump over to this single day trading volatility, you can see that Tesla jumped around 16%. But as we saw on the one-day chart, all that kind of growth intraday growth got sold off, and the share price actually closed down 3% on the day. So with regard to that huge jump, when they were at that all-time high today, Tesla was valued at around $321 billion by market cap. And of course, that made it the 10th largest stock by market cap in the US. If we want to talk about comparison, JP Morgan, the largest bank within the US, currently has a market cap at around $300 billion. So when Tesla shares are valued around $1,800 today, that actually made them more valuable than the largest financial institution in the US right now, which is absolutely incredible. And of course, some other news is that even though they did reach this all-time high today, they did sell off down over 3%. So of course, they were at that $321 billion market cap, but they did not close the day at that milestone. With that huge change in share price, that huge surge, of course, Elon Musk, a huge potential and a huge part of his net worth comes from Tesla shares. And of course, when Tesla's shares grow up, Elon Musk becomes more wealthy. So if you take a look here, this article talks about how Elon Musk is actually wealthier than Warren Buffett right now, as Tesla shares hit an all-time high today. So Elon Musk passed Warren Buffett on the billionaires list. So billionaire Elon Musk actually ranked 7th on that list and actually passed by Warren Buffett, who slid down a couple points to 10th. Over the past couple months, Warren Buffett has continued to donate billions of dollars to charity. We saw billionaire Warren Buffett actually donate around $2.9 billion worth of Berkshire Hathaway shares to charity over the past month. And over the past 15 years, he has delivered and donated close to $37 billion worth of shares, which is absolutely incredible. So Elon Musk is now 7th on the list. He was 12th, but he jumped all the way up to 7th, and he passed Warren Buffett, who now dropped down to 10th, his lowest place on this list over the past 10 years. Elon Musk's net worth is around $70 billion right now, which is absolutely incredible. And of course, this growth in his net worth has been due to the huge surge in share price for Tesla, which is up close to 270% on the year-to-date chart. And I only believe Tesla will continue to grow long into the future. Another article I want to kind of show you guys and talk about is how Tesla was a completely different company 6 months ago. 6 months ago, Tesla was valued at around $500 a share, and analyst estimates didn't factor in the growth that we are seeing right now. So Tesla analysts around January 23rd, 2020, thought it would take 5 years for Tesla shares to hit that $2,000 mark. Currently, today, we saw the shares hit close to $1,800 a share. So the fact that this article had 5 years to take that $2,000 mark just shows how you can't always believe analyst estimates, because most analysts are wrong. Essentially, an analyst estimate is essentially a guess. It's their best guess of what's going to happen. And no one really knows for sure. No one can truthfully predict the future. But if we're going to talk about the potential for Tesla to reach that $2,000 mark, I believe it's coming a lot sooner than later. The fact that they were able to hit close to $1,800 today, even though the company has not been part of the S&P 500 yet, and the fact that by the end of the month they may be eligible to become part of that established S&P 500, making it the 10th largest company in the US by market cap, just leads me to believe that there is a lot of, future growth coming for that share price. If I were to guess, I do not believe that the day that comes out that they are joining the S&P, I don't believe the shares are going to dip. I do believe the shares are going to go up. I think investors are going to like that decision and really enjoy that growth from the company long into the future. So one thing we really want to mention is that Tesla, of course, is not trading off their current fundamentals. Of course, they are not trading off the value on their balance sheet right now, or their income statement, or their cash flow statement. They are trading off all the future potential with the company and all the belief that Tesla will continue to grow long into the future. People are investing in Tesla now because they believe 5, 10, 15 years down the road, Tesla will become the market leader more than it already is today. They will continue to grow, continue to sell lots of vehicles year over year, and they will become the go-to company for cars and electric batteries. So that's what's kind of pricing in right now. Of course, for people who look at fundamentals, they may believe Tesla is overvalued. For people who believe in the vision and believe in Elon Musk, they may say Tesla at $1,500 a share is actually a steal, and it's actually extremely undervalued because one day these shares are going to be worth $10,000. It's all about perspective. It's all about your personal investing philosophy. Of course, do I believe Tesla is going to cross $2,000 mark? My personal opinion, I do. I do believe Tesla is going to cross that $2,000 mark eventually, whether it be within the next month, 2 or 3. No one knows for sure, but just how the company is trading up right now, the strong belief and loyalty behind the company only allows me to think that it will see that mark very soon. And of course, what is really leading that growth is not only Elon Musk, not only his funny Twitter account, but the actual product itself. Tesla is producing beautiful products that perform very nicely. People who own a Tesla love them. You very rarely see people actually complain about owning a Tesla. All you see in the news is their new, innovative, beautiful designs. They provide a product that people love, which is great to see, and they're continuing to innovate. So that's why I see the future potential of this company, is because they're not staying stagnant. They didn't make 1 or 2 vehicles and they're saying, we're going to just sell as many of these 2 vehicles as possible. They're expanding their product line all the time. Of course, the big news coming out of Tesla is that their Cybertruck will be coming out within the next year or 2, which is going to really disrupt the pickup truck market. If this pickup truck can gain market share, it will really destroy a lot of value in a lot of other car manufacturers, because right now Tesla doesn't have a pickup truck for sale. You can pre-order the Cybertruck right now, but it's not on the market right now. People aren't seeing this Cybertruck being driven down the roads. And I'm sure once a couple of these a couple thousand, tens and hundreds of thousands of Cybertrucks get put on the road, it may really swing consumers' perspective of the car. Right now, people are thinking, oh, it's crazy looking, it may be new, it may be too much for them. Right now, they may not have that vision of seeing it as an everyday use vehicle because it's so new and so innovative. But I believe once it's on the road and consumers see it every single day, they drive past when they see it in parking lots, they see it online, on YouTube, wherever it may be, I believe it may actually shift people's perspective and may actually drive people to make it like an icon, like a statement that they own a Cybertruck. So I think Elon Musk did a great job with that design. I think it's really going to steal a lot of market share from other large truck and pickup truck companies out there. So those are all the big headlines we talked about for Tesla today. The fact that they may join the S&P 500, we may see their share price grow dramatically over the next short term. And of course, the fact that they had an all-time high today, very close to $1,800, making it the 10th largest company in the US was absolutely incredible. There's so much new good potential coming from Tesla moving forward. And I am the Gen Z investor. I'm going to wrap up this video today by saying thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I make videos every single day on this channel, and I will see you in the next one.